This is Embrace 2020, bringing a spark of positivity from industry professionals into your home.
Всем привет! Hallo zusammen! Welcome everybody! This is Embrace 2020 and we're hoping to bring a spark of positivity in this kind of rough ride of a year that it has been so far. This is musicians and everybody else from the creative industries talking about what happened this year, and I'm very happy to be joined today by two amazing artists. I have Marina KRUT, all the way from Kiev in Ukraine. She's a beautiful soul-singing, bandura-playing songwriter who has been playing all sorts of fantastic, beautifully moody music. I think she has been on tour with a chamber orchestra, which is amazing and very worth checking out. And on the other hand, I have Julian Maier-Hauff, an eclectic, crazy, electronic, jazzy, acoustic solo artist that is pioneering in the electronic music genre, living right here in Mannheim, Germany. Good evening to you too. How are you?
Good, thanks.
Yeah, good.
All right. My name is Mr. Brown, and I'll be guiding you through this meeting of ours. We'll talk about the challenges, about the opportunities, and about all the things that happened to the two of you this year, because I can imagine it being easy not to be an artist or a musician in 2020. So, first of all, I would like to ask Marina my first question. Marina, what is the best thing that happened to you in 2020?
Okay, thanks. Well, it's been a hard year with a lot of challenges, and for me and for my team and for everyone, I guess. It was full of ups and downs and the bad things that made me stronger, I hope. Anyway, it feels like this, but it was Ukrainian with beer Eurovision Song Contest. Yeah, where I took second place in the final. Of course, so much work was put by my team, and of Rio by one of the best and most talented people in my industry. Yeah, so when it finished, obviously, I was a little bit sad, but I couldn't even imagine what a great feedback I will get after this. So something like this.
When was it? Was it at the beginning of the year?
Yeah, it was in February this year.
Okay, so that was still before everything went down the drain.
Just before, maybe 2 weeks before lockdown, I think.
Wow, crazy. So it started perfectly for you, 2020, right?
Yeah, started perfect, but continue is, it's good. It's good, I think.
Julian Maier-Hauff, what's that moment that you're going to cherish about 2020? What is that? Because you have I can see you put on your happy face because, well, of course, because you're in a studio, which is home to all artists and musicians around the world. But what was the moment in 2020 that gave you that particular happy face?
I would say like when I was finishing my master thesis about the potential of culture in public spaces. That was actually something that I really want to do, and to be honest, it was also maybe a bit helpful that the lockdown happened, because otherwise I don't know if I would have been able to concentrate that much on the thesis. So it was kind of a lose-win situation, I would call it. And yeah, this was actually like something that I really want to do, and I made it. And it was like in February I had like a theater production, and like the year started to like, you know, like the requests and promoters were contacting, and then I don't know if I would have been able to focus that much on the thesis. So I would say that was like one of the positive sides of the year, although I can really like share the same experiences as Marina, because it was quite tough.
We'll get to that in a second. Was when you're talking about cultural spaces, was it focused on music or?
Actually, it's like something that it was related to basking, which is like playing music on the street, which I did at the beginning of my musical career, kind of a lot, and like open airs, which I was like organizing, and like some like non-profit open airs, and I was just like checking the advantages of it, and like taking Mannheim as a like as an example, and looking what is like which benefits people and the society can have from this. So that's actually the topic. Yes,
that's exciting. Talking about playing live, Marina, I saw that concert on YouTube with it's you playing the bandura, singing, and behind you there is an orchestra of 12, 15 people, and you're playing for an audience, and I think it takes about 1.5 hours. It's a miraculous piece of music. How did you play live this year? Like, how do you organize all those people when you can't do that? Did you find a way of playing your music by yourself?
Okay, after Vidbir Eurovision, of course, I was in my very up. It was very up step, yeah. And for me, it was very hard because after 2 weeks, everything is closed, everything is locked down, and for me, it's very hard because I think I'm more live musician than studio musician, yeah. And so for me, concert it's first, and second it's studio and other things, yeah. And it's so hard, but I couldn't imagine that I do now online teaching bandura and online and some online stuff like online concert, and also in this year I playing techno music. And so in Ukraine, all format and all project is closed. Who do this only offline? So only online is live now. Yeah.
Really? Wow. That's
yeah.
quite.
Yeah, and I don't know. Of course, I'm waiting next year and waiting for a new concert, and my tour is canceled this year, and after and maybe we continue and can continue in next year. My tour it will be, I think. I hope.
When you're writing music, because I know from Julian, you did a lot of features with great artists from all over Germany or all over Europe, if I'm not mistaken. But your focus lies on your solo work. So it's a lot of live looping. You're using live samples. You're playing the trumpet and the trombone and saxophone. So it's a crazy melange of jazz and electronics. Did you have any projects planned with other people for this year? Because I imagine for you, it's because you're used to playing music only by yourself, or did you have anything else planned to maybe broaden the horizon this year?
I mean, I had also a lot of concerts where I also played together with. I also did a composition for orchestra, for multiple orchestras with live electronics. I mean, I also had kind of that projects. But for me, those were always like kind of a just one task, how to or like it was just like one thing where I could like try to come up with some ideas. But improvisation, like the music created on the fly, is, I would say, like the hugest part of my music. It's more about impro jazz-ish thing. And I just like put this kind of creational process to different settings, I would say. So therefore, I'm super open for different kinds of performances, and this is also something which was a bit easier this year because there were a couple of things, and there was I would not say that I wouldn't have missed to play together with other people, because this is actually, I would also say like that I'm mainly a live musician, and especially the moment, like the creative moment on stage is like the highest goal kind of. that but still I was able to do some solo concerts. I was able to make a band with my old flatmates. I moved somewhere else in Mannheim, but my old flatmates, it was like a musicians WG, and we also like a shared flat, and we just like were like performing a bit, and then we went to like some spaces that did the streaming thing. I don't know if there was also United We Stream in Ukraine.
Which mediums did you use? Because there has been some things popping up. Did you find anything online where you would say this is the place to go if you want to do a live stream, if you're about collaborating with other musicians? Did you have anything like, or if it's a recording program that makes things very easy on the fly?
I mean, I'm still looking for something like this, which I mean, a huge problem of this, I would say, is the latency. You cannot improvise during the internet, like on the fly. I think there were some websites they tried to pop up and to make this possible, that you can also like jam along with other people or like make some shared sessions. But I mean, there was some mixing courses that I did with a tool which is called Audio Movers, where you can just like do some collaborations and work together in one project. I mean, this was actually something that worked, but for the studio work, there are possibilities, and you can just like easily share folders. And I also have like a friend living in Paris, and we try to collaborate still, but I would say it's just like coming close to like it tastes like it, but it's not the real thing, you know. And
it's like sending an email or writing a letter.
Yeah, exactly. So, but I think like at least I mean the online concert as well. I mean, I didn't watch any, to be honest, myself, but I mean, this was something where the creative scene came up with some good ideas to still be able to work in the field that they were like, you know, that they work normally. That's actually what was the good thing about it. But I would not say that it's something that you can like say, okay, hey, the crisis told us we can just make online courses for now and live streams and that's it, because that's actually what I think is missing on the performer side and as well on the side of the audience. This is what I just like noticed. Everyone was super happy when there was something taking place.
Yes, interactive, and you're actually seeing the people you're playing the music for. I get that.
Yeah, and it's also like an atmosphere that you attach, you know, to. It's something that you can like really. It's not a monologue, you know. It's a dialogue then, and I think this is like the hugest part about it. And I hope that the technique, like the technical side, will develop, that we can like get closer to that feeling. Although we have to lean back a bit, but there's no, you know, we're live musicians.
Yeah, that's very true. Talking about live music, Marina, you said that your studio work is only second, that you're playing live, which we've seen from all these videos. But I've also noticed that you used your spare time, that we all had plenty of during the lockdowns, to collaborate with other artists that are not from the fields of music. Is that right?
I think collaborated is maybe more open in this year than before, because nothing to do, you know. What you need to do, just collaborate and write music, and just waiting for release. Because now I think more many artists waiting for next year for big release before tour, you know. So maybe me also because I have a lot of music now, but I not release this now. I just waiting for some time, maybe next year, maybe this winter. But now I write in my new EP, and many singles. So maybe because, you know, just okay, you release now, and what you need to do, just release, and that's all. You know, you can do concert. Usually we do release before concert and big tour, some events, for more push up. But now I'm just waiting, and so this year for me, I was started to create some music for many commercial music and many music for other artists, like write song for other artists. So for me, it was big open for my mind, and okay, I can do this. Oh my God.
Have you done it before, or was that really the first time that you were writing for other people? This was the first time?
This year, it's my first year. Yeah.
That's really nice. That's exciting.
It is. Yeah, I'm excited too, really. And also, I think last year I hate teaching, really hates. I don't like this. But now I'm teaching online and it's horrible. But I must do this because it's my mission first. Second, I need to do something for, I don't know, for moving, for always moving. And yeah.
Right. I get that. Julian, what did you think about 2020 exactly 1 year ago? What did you have in mind when you were thinking about, because it's also kind of a lucky number, 2020, and it rolls over the tongue so easily. You can make a really cool song that has like 2020. It's already a rhythmical word. What did you have in the back of your head thinking about the year to come in November 2019?
Wow. Yeah, actually, I planned to play a lot. Actually, it was. I mean, it's a bit of pity. I was also self-employed for 3 years before I decided to do a master's again, master's in music production, and actually, for those who know the academy where we are studying, that means that you're like you cannot do a lot besides it, and you're really you have to just like agree that I mean, it's something you cannot have input and output at the same time. So that's actually what I chose for myself, and therefore I was like, okay, I'm gonna be finished with my master thing, and then not have to like plan that much, because it's also super weird for touring sometimes, because you get some requests of promoters. Hey, can you play there? And you're like, I don't know yet, because I have to wait for the university, and this was actually what I expected for this year not to happen. And I really had wanted to come up with some projects, and also because I was a bit tired to just like play alone, because I had this solo project. I mean, it's interesting, but same thing. Like I'm looking for a dialogue with people, and especially on stage. And therefore, I actually thought I'm gonna come up with like a jazz project, which is also like taking a bit more like this urban hip hop, techno-ish stuff that I just like was digging, and just bring that a bit more on stage.
Right. Would you think about busking again? Talking about your master's degree, would you go out in the streets with your loop equipment and go busking on the streets?
Yeah, I wish to, but the thing is like that that you're not allowed, and that's the problem. That's a huge problem in Germany. That we have rules for everything, dude. That's sometimes super strange. We have like rules for anything you can imagine, and especially also in the cultural scene, it's sometimes a bit hard for just like if you have like this goodwill and want to make spontaneous concerts. I mean, the weekends are packed, most of the time, but like during the week, or you want to just like rehearse outside. And I also thought about, hey, maybe I just like try to organize a basking festival in Mannheim and just like invite people and try to make this working, and maybe also some open airs, because like music is really like decreasing in the public or in everyday life of people. Some people don't even know how to hold a guitar anymore, and some people just like know music from the digital side of the world, which is right now even worse because it just like it got more and more popular, and I would say that, yeah, if you want to make live music, you have to come up with some ideas. And this is actually what I planned this year. That, I mean, I was also always like doing or like trying to make spontaneous concerts. And especially when there were like was free time, you know. I don't know why I should like sit in the studio practicing or sit in my rehearsal room when I can jam with people and like just like exchange culture, you know. And this was actually what I tried to push a bit this year. And unfortunately, it got a bit more complicated.
Didn't work out the way it was planned. Yeah, Marina, talking about a very, just like Julian just said, a very analog approach to music, like something that is haptic, that you can touch, like your instrument, the bandura, which is also a very, it's a traditional folk instrument, right, from Ukraine originally. But your music is mixing it up with many different styles. So there is a song that has an electronic pulse beat underneath, and there is also string arrangements happening and big choirs, but everything very soulful still. How do you perceive music this year in the public? Are people, because it decreased, of course, because there are no concerts, but do you think that people listen to music differently? Because it's so far away, everything has become so digital. How do you think, will people listen to music at the end of 2020?
You know, when it was starting, everything like lockdown, many people do online concerts. And as for me, quarantine and pandemic show the flexibility and adaptation of artists to new format. Yeah, by the way, I never thought many online concert people do. But who was first in this case? Who is win? Yeah. Because maybe near summer, everybody think like, okay, online concert, okay, it's a little bit bored now. Yeah, but when everything is started, it was so interesting. People wait for this. Yeah, for me, I have new format in this year. I do online improvisation, just improvisation bandura recording, and this is about time in maybe 20 minutes, something like this. And this is like about maybe like meditative music, maybe just a little bit like very soft. And people who work or relax or I don't know, study, just play this music and listen. Yeah. So yeah, it's online format, but I don't know what we need to do in this winter. You know, I don't know. Yeah, what we will do. Maybe I don't know what about online concert in this winter, but maybe with some Christmas song or something like this.
Right, that would be funny. Is there a classic Ukrainian Christmas song? What is it called, if there is?
Like колядки. Колядки, it's traditional Christmas song about Jesus. Yeah.
Maybe Julian can collaborate on that.
Maybe.
I got plenty of time. Yeah, and lucky way is also a lot of studio equipment. So actually, yes, yeah, why not?
It almost looks like in the back of your screen there is like this golden Lametta style hanging curtain. You always decorated for Christmas, man. It's
can pretend to wear it if I move right,
like Goldilocks hair.
Okay, yeah, why not? It's 1 month. That's crazy, right? I mean, this year, I mean, there was nothing where you can like rely on which time or which part of the year it is, because like actually there's this huge festival in Germany, like Fusion or something, where okay, this is Fusion weekend, so it's like that time of the year, or it's like whatever holidays or something else, or some festivals that take part most of in like a special time. And I mean, it's 1 month and then there's Christmas, that's crazy. So
sometimes it felt like this year would never be over, because it was March forever. It was like January, February, March, October. That's kind of what this year was. It's like, okay, what happened? And okay, and here comes Christmas and 2021. It's kind of a rough ride. Okay. Did you, because we all have a network of musicians and people that we usually hang out with, or that we perceive through media. Marina, do you know any musicians or artists that actually did something that you feel is worth mentioning? Like somebody you look up to, you go like, oh wow, what this person did in lockdown, I wish I would have come up with this idea. Does anything come to your mind from Ukraine?
In Ukraine, we have grant, and many musicians this year have this grant with a lot of money, I think, and do some online opera, online concert, online project. So for me, these people, it's like up, yeah. And I know I have some friend. She is rapper, singer. I don't know how to say rapper, singer, or just rap. Yeah, rapper, artist. Yeah. And she's doing so many collaborations this year, so many. I need to learn from she, yeah, because yeah, she's so great. And also I have collaboration with her. Maybe next year we will show something. Yeah, and yeah, for me something like this for now.
Oh wow, Julian, what did you experience this year? Where you went like, I should have gone with that. This idea belongs to me. It should be my idea.
No, actually, I'm pretty proud of the people still like trying to come up with concepts. I mean, that's also something that Marina mentioned in the beginning, that people are like that especially the creatives kind of always look for new ways to express themselves, or like to collaborate and to make culture happening. You know, I mean, the art has also. I think art is always has the role to give a choice to an alternative of the everyday life of most of the people. So I would say the goal of art should not be to go into the digital world that much, because actually it should be just kind of the opposite. We have to give a possibility that people still want to experience life things, you know, also things where mistakes happen and stuff, and you know, like when you play a wrong note, or when you, I don't know, you miss something on stage, but you still have the atmosphere. I think that's something where people can learn more from than perfect online sessions and great online streams. Therefore I don't consume that, you know, like I'm not checking that part of it that much. But I mean, I don't know, maybe also a good thing on the online side is that many people came up with tutorials or something, you know. That's what I think, which is interesting to still want to share experience and to share knowledge. And this is something that I love a lot, and I think that improved a bit, so that it's not okay everyone against each other. It's more like the creative scene has to like be one thing and act as one system and support each other. And this is actually what maybe, yeah, what also happened, which I would say it's a good part of the year. But
right, did you also have the feeling that it grows, because it's not only musicians, it's also the building arts, it's well, graphic designers I heard are doing really well because they could just their working space has always been kind of a home office. But do you have the feeling also, I'm going to ask the question to Marina first. Do you also have the feeling that people from different fields of arts, like painters or video makers and musicians and dancers, have been collaborating closer because of the crisis? You know, because you have to think of what to do with your time also.
I don't know, but I have one experience this spring. It was Instagram live with one painter artist. Yeah, so he's paint some stuff. Yeah, and I play in the same time.
Oh, funny. That's interesting.
Yeah, it's interesting. Not so much good quality, but it's interesting. Yeah, for sure.
That's for the audience to judge. Can you still find it? Because I think I saw a thing. It's black and white pictures and also one of your solo things.
Yeah, it's improvisation. I talked about this before. Yeah, so it's something like this.
Alright.
Yeah, but I think it's great idea. You know, I think in this not so much easier. Yeah. Yeah, we need to more collaborate, and not on the musician, Maybe this will be dancer, paint, and another kind of art, you know. And we need to collaborate.
Yeah. Which artist would you want to cooperate with, Julian? Is there? It can be a clown. It can be dead people like, I don't know, Buster Keaton or Charlie Chaplin. Is there anybody that comes to your mind when you think about your music combined with other arts?
I like so many people, to be honest. I mean, this is something, especially with basking. I'm not doing like street music that much anymore, but when I used to do it, and I mean, it was the same time that I also was playing like festivals which are huge. You know, it's not that I made all of the money on the streets, you know. But to be honest, like I was always like there were so strange, funny moments where just like random people came up and just like picked up an instrument or asked if they can play something, you know. And most of the time it was way better than I expected, you know. And this is actually what is I don't know. And at the end of the day, everyone's like cooking with water, you know. I don't know if we should like set the goal to play together with people that are dead, maybe, or something, you know, as you mentioned, for example. It's great enough if we manage to share culture with the live with the living people in our social surrounding, you know. I would say it's enough when we manage to make more culture than we think about promoting it or something, you know. Like that's actually, I would say, that's the goal, to just like stay active and be a creative and be able to perform. And I think this is, I mean, yeah, this is not possible right now also for a lot of collaborations, because yeah, if I want to do a collaboration with a painter, for example, I still have to be able to rent a place, or to, you know, or to or someone, I don't know, has to maybe pay the paint, you know, at least something. And I would say like the space for doing some collaborations is still a huge thing that is missing, because I would say like a lot of people want to collaborate more, and a lot of people also like different art forms, but dancers have different needs for the floor, for example, and musicians have like, you need a PA system or something, or you have to, you know, sometimes some technique and stuff. So it's not that easy. But if there were more rooms for doing that right now, that would help a lot, I would say, just to make it easy as possible for us creatives, maybe also like for Marina or something, just to have a better possibility to create the art that it comes close to what she's imagining, you know. And I would say it's a lot also about the room, because you still can record something in your living room when you have one, for example, or in your bedroom or whatever. But I would say, yeah, art needs space, and therefore it's I would say that would be something that would be valuable right now. Some offices that are not used, or something that artists can use them to collaborate with hygienic.
I think this might be a future site for 2020, to build a new infrastructure in the real world instead of only focusing on the online stuff, maybe.
Yeah, of course.
Because it is about interaction with real people, just like us right now.
Yeah, no, I would still say that it's even more important to show the work. I mean, what also this whole thing showed us is actually that people don't know what artists do for their living, you know. It's most of the people just see people perform, or like just like say the final product, you know. And this is, I would say, something that people didn't understand, and they still don't understand, that it's like an everyday thing, you know, that you, even though if you're gonna sleep, you go to your bed, but you still think about it, you know. It's work all of the time, kind of. And I would say this, even though if it's possible to have some rooms or something which are open, or open labs or ateliers or whatever, where people can watch others that make culture, or like be involved in making culture, I would say that this is also something that it's super important. And I think most of the people don't know that we're working all of the time, you know, and this is, I would say, something of the that's the bad thing about the situation right now, that we sometimes don't have the possibility for the rooms to work in. We have no room for the performances, and therefore we cannot show that it's important, you know, and this is something I would, maybe the infrastructure, that's the thing, and with glass walls, you know, just like that everyone can walk in and just like watch culture existing, you know.
That's a nice idea, like a big glass house with all the arts.
Yeah, or with no walls, you know, like that's what my thesis was about, you know. But
well, tell that to Marina, who's living in Kiev. I think your winter without walls.
you can come to Germany in winter when it's too cold, but it's also cold here.
It's like springtime here for you, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay, I think we're coming close to the end of our beautiful talk. First and foremost, I want to thank Marina KRUT from Ukraine and Julian Maier-Hauff for your time and for your input. It's been a pleasure. I wish you all the best. Please keep creating as you've been doing throughout that crazy year. Because, I don't know, at the end of the day, when you're sitting down, what are you going to watch? Are you going to watch the news? Are you going to listen to the radio? No, I want to watch something else. I want to watch art. I want to watch a movie. I want to listen to music. And I think it's not only me speaking, but this is probably by now 99.9% of the world population that is done with this year. But on the bright side, it's crazy. Also in my personal environment now, people are still doing things because something else drives us. You know, there is not an economic system that makes us grow or not. Like it's a very intrinsic drive that comes from deep down here that will keep arts moving and that will keep people make music until the world ends, I guess.
You mean until 21?
Until 2021. Let's see what this year has in petto. No, everything is gonna be fine. Maybe not today, but eventually. Spasiba большое. Vielen Dank. It's been a great pleasure. You too, take care. And everybody else that is watching that video, check them out. Julian Maier-Hauff, Marina KRUT. Maybe there's going to be a song out called Marina KRUT featuring Julian Maier-Hauff. I wonder what that would be. Would be amazing. You guys, thank you so much. It's been a pleasure. Anything else you would add?
No, thanks for your time. It was a pleasure.
Yeah, thanks so much, guys.
Take care. See you next time in real life. Stay
Yes.
up. Yeah. Bye, guys.